Hi guys, Zeth here. Welcome back to another episode of TerraFirmaCraft. So, this episode's been taking a little bit longer than the others because I've been doing some exploring, which I should be showing you guys some of the awesome stuff I found off camera right now. So I'm going to let that roll for a moment. So I hope you guys enjoyed. That should have been really quick. Anyways, we found what I was looking for, and I am so incredibly happy about this. Cinnabar. Just look at it. Just look at that beauty. Oh, man. So some of the other things you guys will have missed, well, that I will have shown you guys. A lot of random stuff we found. For instance, in a dungeon chest, we got horse armor. Okay, how many? Wait, is this actually? Oh, you have to be kidding me. There's one piece of Cinnabar only. Yep, only one piece of Cinnabar. So I am currently at the point where I am wandering around trying to find a little bit more Cinnabar. I can't believe I spent like 2 hours tracking down one piece of Cinnabar. I love TFC. I already took a peek in here. You've got useless bread. Important thing we got in here is the infinity orb. And I guess, well, actually no, the ring protection's also kind of nice. But I'm definitely going to want. I don't think we were really going to need a Terra discount. I can't imagine needing it. But yeah, we're going to have to stop and do a fair amount of processing in the near future, but for now we should be good. found a signal for more Cinnabar, so I'm gonna track that down. I'm glad that I have a absolute ridiculous amount of copper, so I don't have to worry about, running out of tool durability and all. Because I ran out of the iron pick a long time ago. Okay, that was one of the easiest times I've ever had finding any ore. I'm not gonna complain. I am definitely not gonna complain. And I'm especially glad because this is really, honestly, the ore we need the most right now. I mean, gold will allow us to get into Thaumcraft, which we do need. And I do want to find gold, but redstone allows us to get into everything else, basically. So, I mean, eh. It's a bit of a trade-off, I guess. Kinda. And we are home again. Surprisingly, not because we died. which we didn't, of course, because, we didn't die. Anyways, let's look at all the loot that I brought home. So, first and foremost, we've got so much copper. This is almost 2 stacks. You can tell that it's still missing just a little bit at the top. So it's basically 32, 32, 32, and 24. I am not going to do math, and I kind of forgot to do that before I started recording. So here's our materials, the raw materials that we brought home. Now this is just kind of awesome. I mean, we went from having absolutely no redstone to having that. We have a crap ton of redstone now, and that feels awesome. Likewise with the hematite. I mean, that's not as important as the redstone, but eh. Also down here, I decided to bring back a ton of basalt stuff, as well as I got some greatwood saplings, some witchwood saplings, and some which spawns underneath witchwood. In addition to all that, which I do have a plan for this, I didn't just grab the basalt and all that stuff for absolutely no reason. I didn't grab it for a good reason, but I didn't grab it for absolutely none at all. Also got 4 different fruit tree sapling types. We've got plums, we've got green apples, orange trees, and most importantly, we have olives, which is awesome. Now, even though we're playing modded, well, extra modded, TerraFirmaCraft, I still like having the olive oil lamps. I'm still definitely, for a lot of the options for lighting, I've actually set it so that they can be destroyed, but the ones which are actually safe to use and won't attract or won't get killed by zombies are ones that actually require fuel, which I think is going to be a fairly good good way to have it. So I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, we came over here just to do that and that. Okay, so another thing is I actually noticed that my setting zombies to be able to attack planks and bricks did in fact work. At least for hickory it did, because out by the Cinnabar mine, I had a hickory structure which was actually almost constantly being attacked. No, not really constantly, but during the night. which means in theory that they should attack other things, which is going to be good. And I'd really like to actually do more of that. Also, hope you guys are having a good Thanksgiving. Hopefully this is going to be coming out on that day. And I guess I should say, for the Americans who are watching, happy Thanksgiving. For the rest of the world, it's still technically Thanksgiving for America, but I hope you're having an excellent Thursday anyway. So let's see, what else do I have to update you guys on? I think one of the most important things, actually, is going to be best saved for the morning. It's nice having an actual bed. It is really nice having an actual bed. So up here, and this is actually something that I was planning on doing from the beginning. Up here, I decided to do a little bit of stuff. It's still kind of a dangerous path up. In fact, I don't really know the path up at all. I am going to make this a little bit more of a solid path. Okay, but seriously, how do I get up? Do I have any? I do not have any stuff. Okay, well, I can just knock this out, I guess. Don't have any ladders. Anyways, I've turned this into a farm. Reason being is I don't really see another use for having stuff up here. I do have a use for over there, but that is not this hill, that is that hill over there. And I don't think that crops require water. I think they grow better with water. But we'll have to see. Either way, I'm not going to plant everything, so it's, it should not be an issue. And I can just let these go, assuming it's not too much colder up here than it is down there. Yeah, it's middle of winter and it's not even freezing here. So that's cool. It's always good. But yeah, I can just plant this entire area and not worry about it. And when I get hungry, I can just come up here and there should be some food. Hopefully. I also do want to do this with the other areas around here. This is just the first step in that. And I do eventually want to have water, but I don't have red steel, so it's a little impossible to get water up here. Well, I guess it's not impossible, but it's extremely difficult. And a lot more involved than I care to do right now. So, last thing before I call the episode, and this is going to be a lot shorter than usual of an episode, because I kid you not, I've been working on this episode for what feels like a month. Because I really wanted to get that Cinnabar. Ugh. That took forever. That just took forever. But we have food. We have the Cinnabar. We didn't get everything I wanted. I did want to get gold. But we can get that later on. And that's not that big of a deal. But this farm down here is done growing. So we're good. Now this is rice. Yeah. And you can actually just take this stuff up to the new farm and have this also growing up there. I've also been trying to think about how I want to do an organized storage room, because at some point you gotta stop having your base be a cluster of chests sitting around in a field. As nice as it is, that eventually doesn't work. And I've been thinking about it, and I don't think this home is going to be our only one. Now, hopefully, in less than a month, I'll be able to release the pack to you guys, which means I still owe you guys that video about how I do Mindtweaker and what other tools I use. And in all honesty, it's actually not doing that work that takes all the time. It's figuring out where that work needs to be done, if that makes sense. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to show that off, because I actually do need to finish that. And yes, the pack is still going to be released. Hopefully. I have every intent of doing so. I have messed with the audio settings, so please tell me how it sounds for you guys. I want to make sure that everyone can hear right and all that stuff. Probably just toss the rest of the rice all in here. Don't really worry about keeping any. But yeah. We also can now go back to... That's a lot of straw. Can go back to familiarizing animals. I'm probably not going to bother with the chickens. I don't think you actually get anything from familiarizing them. At least nothing I can tell. They breed perfectly fine by themselves. These little troublemakers, though, these ones... It's time to get these guys breeding. And I have the same plan that I want to do with these guys as I did last season, where I want to try and breed them to be bigger and bigger and bigger by the generation. Because that'll be fun. And even though I never got around to it last season, I think I can do it this one. What I was saying earlier about this not being our only home, that's going to be one of the nice things about having Ars Magica, because that has its own teleportation system. I think Electrical Age also does, which I think I've said this before, but I am keeping that in. It's not going to be immediately configured fully, which basically I'm just saying that's on the back burner, but I will eventually get around to it. But I think I'm actually going to be calling the episode earlier, because I don't really have anything else to talk about right now. Yeah. It's just been such a long episode. Not even that long of an episode, it's just been, I've been working on it for so long, and it's one of the sucky things about YouTube videos, because you can't always tell exactly how long someone has been working on an episode. But yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. So hope you guys enjoyed. Bye-bye.